Mrs. Matthews. The winery is located in Woodinville in western Washington. There's a few wineries around the Seattle area, though many of these are from fruit vineyards in the eastern side of the state, like this one. There are some exceptions where the vineyards are in the Puget Sound AVA, which is the area that surrounds Seattle. AVA, by the way, means American Viticultural Area, or kind of a legally defined wine region. Anyway, this is the 2020 Sauvignon Blanc. It is 100% Sauvignon Blanc. The grapes are sourced from vineyards in the Horse Heaven Hills, which is a small AVA within the very large Columbia Valley AVA. The farming practices are, of course, sustainable, as that is a focus of the wines we bring in here and love to share during our tastings. So let me start with a bit about the grape Sauvignon Blanc. Sauvignon Blanc is a white grape variety known for quite a few wines in different countries. It's very well known for, white Bordeaux, Sancerre, New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, California, Chile. There's a very popular wine style in Western Australia that uses Sauvignon Blanc, but we'll get to that in a moment. Of course, wine tasting is personal. What you taste and smell is what you taste and smell. We take all the snootiness out, and it's more fun that way. So I will make one note. If you want to get into the science of it, I'll tell you a bit about pyrazines. So pyrazine is an organic chemical compound, C4H4N2, and is responsible for many green or kind of vegetal aromas and flavors in wine. This is very distinct in Sauvignon Blanc. You'll hear people throw out grass or jalapeno when talking about notes they pick up while tasting a Sauvignon Blanc. This is the pyrazines we are talking about. Now, it doesn't matter if you're an experienced taster or you've never had wine before. You can tell there's a difference if I had you taste a New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc and a Bordeaux Blanc side by side. Bordeaux Blanc has Sauvignon Blanc, but the style has Semillon blended in. This style made its way to Australia quite a long time ago and is called SSB or SBS blends. Semillon Sauvignon Blanc or Sauvignon Blanc Semillon. Okay, I'll stop boring you with the chemistry and history and we can get into tasting. So this is the 2020, so fairly young, but Sauvignon Blanc is a grape that drinks very well young. In this vintage, they produced just under 2,000 cases. Now, 2,000 at first, it may sound like a lot, but in terms of wine, it's actually quite small. And I love to bring in smaller production wines for you to taste. That way you always get to try something you likely have not come across before. tasting notes. Oh, absolutely. Go ahead and make a story of it. But like I said, make tasting your own. Make it imaginary. Tell a story. It really is up to you. Here, I'll give you an example. One tasting note I use, now it's fairly common among professionals, but it is compost. I know, it sounds really weird. Broken down, desiccated vegetables. So appetizing, right? I would never use it to explain a wine to a guest at a restaurant, but I do use it while I taste because it works for me. So if you want to go ahead and say wine reminds you of a summer beach vacation you once took, great. It might be what we call a briny wine, but you put a picture of it, you attached a memory to it, and I think that makes the whole wine tasting thing fun. Go ahead, have fun with it. Let me know if you have any other questions, and enjoy. So yeah, those tropical notes in there. So when you're talking about that fruit and you mention it's very tropical, try to think about what specific fruits you notice in it. It's like, is it more fresh? Is it underripe? Is it really, really ripe, jammy kind of? Yeah, I think you're really having fun with it. I'm happy. Oh, and good question. Yes, I do serve the wine a bit warmer than most people are used to. I do this because when you drink something ice cold, you're just muting it and you cannot taste as much. So yes, you can keep your wine chilled in the refrigerator, but I do recommend letting it sit a bit before drinking. And honestly, I do that at home a lot. I'll just put it in the refrigerator early in the day and then take it out, let it sit a bit. Not a problem. And yes, chill your reds. Maybe not quite as cold, but still chilled. Trust me. Try it with the next one you drink at home. And then pay attention to the texture you feel with the chilled red wine. Switch it around in your mouth to see how it feels on your gums and cheeks.